Okay, well, by now you've already realized that most of, 98% of the Project W Resident Evil chapter has been leaked. I woke up early this morning, 5 o'clock, that's what time my daughter tends to get up, and about an hour later, we got all these big leaks from the new Resident Evil Project W chapter. So, I'm going to talk about what we know so far. It's pretty much confirmed at this point who the characters are. So for those reasons, that's your spoiler warning. For anyone who doesn't want to know, please click off now. You've been warned. Right, guys, so Project W is pretty much turned out exactly the way that we all thought. It is indeed Wesker. I'm going to go through his perks, his abilities. I'm going to go through Wong and Rebecca and what their perks are called. I'm not going to get into any detail about their perks just yet because that isn't revealed at this point. But I had to work today, so I couldn't do this video any earlier. This is the earliest I can do it. But yeah, we're going to get through all that, as well as some other little miscellaneous things. But first, let's have a look at this. These are the leaked perk, whatever they're called. What are they? Prestige rewards with the perks. Cool. Fine. And indeed, it is Ada Wong. And it's like her most iconic outfit, that one too, isn't it? Like, even I've seen that and I haven't played that game. Rebecca. Thanks, Rebecca. And Wesker. He's got a knife. I find that interesting, actually, because I figured he'd use his hands, but someone will correct me in the comments. The Resident Evil community get really serious sometimes. Moving on to the bloody cosmetics. As you can see, bloody cosmetics. I like the blood splatter over the glasses. That's really cool. Knife does actually look cool when it's bloodied up, but I don't know. Will that get boring after a while, just having a knife? I'm not sure. And there's the perks in question. We'll get into that later in the next bit. Also wanted to talk about this. Don't have audio for this, but Wesker has his own dialogue, including survivor hook, survivor down, survivor grab, surviving, escaping, locker, grab, dash, mori, and laughing. So for those of you who are massively worried, because there has been a bit of a worry within the community that someone so iconic and brilliant as Wesker, he will need his voice lines. Thank Christ we have that, because yeah, that would have been a bit of a missed opportunity.
I will write for this world.
But first, guys, I'm going to go through some of those voice lines. These are two short clips from Wesker, and I think they're just noises he makes. We'll have a listen. I'll play it again. Cool. I like it. Now I want to play for you guys the default chase music for Wesker, as well as his, and we'll get into this later, transformed chase music. But first, let's play just his normal chase music. And I've got to say, probably the most epic music I've heard in this game for a while. Although it's loud right now, I really hope it's not like Legion loud, because they need to tone that shit down. Epic. Give it a listen. Yeah, that pretty much does it for me. Absolutely brilliant. It's a couple of people in the comment section were like, yeah, great. There's going to be an orchestra behind me now. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully it's, bearable. And we know how DVD can be sometimes. But anyway, guys, I want to move into Wesker's power. I'm not going to read his backstory. You guys know who he is and all that stuff, so I haven't bothered with that. For those of you who want to know, I'm sure you can just give it a quick Googs or a Wikipedia. But yeah, let's get into his power and abilities, guys, because I think this is pretty important. We'll probably do the perks first, right? All right, so he comes with 3 perks, pretty standard. Superior Anatomy, Awakened Awareness, and Terminus. I'll read you guys the descriptions of all. So Superior Anatomy, when a survivor performs a fast vault within 8 meters of you, this perk activates. Your normal vault speed is increased by 30, 35, 40% for 3 seconds. Okay. This perk deactivates after a window vault, after vaulting a window. So basically the way I'm reading that is yeah, you go through a vault, you vault through it quicker, which is cool because he's Wesker, he has superhuman, like, he has superhuman speed. So I'm not sure what 40% is going to look like, but whatever. You might be able to play some pretty cool mind games with that. I don't know. We'll see. It seems like a little bit average for me right now, but again, this is extremely early days, and that's a 30-second cooldown as well, so yeah, you can only use it for once. Yeah, it does. It works once and then 30-second cooldown. Guess we'll see. Awakened Awareness. When carrying a survivor, you can see the aura of other survivors within 16, 18, 20 meters of your position. Auras revealed that way will stay visible for 2 seconds after you stop carrying the survivor. While I like that you pick them up and you can see their auras, I think that's really cool because you can find out who's there, what's going on, what their plan is before they know, well, before they execute it. It would be great if there was like if it was like pre-grab. So like when you walk them up, when you're standing over them, maybe within like 1 meter or whatever, you can see the aura of anyone who's around you in like a radius or whatever by like, for like 3 seconds or something like that. That way you can plan out, you can defend yourself against flashlights and things like that. I don't know, man. I think that'd be way cooler, but yeah, whatever. It's cool. I'm not going to use it. Terminus. When exit gates are powered, this perk activates. Injured, downed, and hooked survivors are inflicted with the broken status effect until exit gates are opened. When exit gates are opened, survivors will stay broken for an additional 20, 25, 30 seconds. Did we not just nerf NOED? I think this is going to be really gross, this perk. I think it's going to be worse than NOED. I think that might be like a really hardcore statement for early days, but man, that seems really strong on paper. What do you guys think? Let's go through his power. First Aid Spray, and this is just a detailed analysis of what, the components of him, if you will. First Aid Spray, a medication that helps reverse the effects of the Ouroboros infection. Never heard that before. Limited items consumed by the entity at the end of the trial. Virulent Bound. The Mastermind can barrel forward, I guess we're the Mastermind in this case, as Wesker, infecting survivors with the Ouroboros virus or leaping over obstacles. Yeah, so he can go through things. That's really... Leaping over obstacles. I wonder how high are we talking here? Like over a wall? Press and hold the power button to charge a bound attack. While charging, the Mastermind moves slightly slower as he prepares his strike. Kind of like Nemesis, yeah, when they're whipping. When charged, press the attack button to bound. If the Mastermind hits a survivor, that survivor becomes infected or furthers their infection. Okay. Should the Mastermind crash into something during this bound, he will slam the survivor, causing damage. If not, the survivor is thrown, losing a health state if they are thrown into any solid object. Jesus, dude. So he is quite, like, hands-on-ish. If Virulent Bound hits a dropped pallet or vault location, the Mastermind vaults over the obstacle. Holy shit, man. All right, so he has some anti-loop, I guess. That's pretty cool. Special effect, Ouroboros infection. I know I'm butchering this. Please don't attack me. Upon being hit by a virulent bound, that's his normal ability, survivors become infected. While infected, the survivor suffers from the hindered status effect, and the infection builds over time. When fully infected, the effect becomes even more pronounced. If Virulent Bond hits a survivor and they are fully infected, the Mastermind will automatically carry them. Holy shit. Okay, well that certainly cuts something out of the game. Never mind downing them. That's really cool. And just for those who are wondering what hindered status effect is, it just means it just slows down their movement speed. So that's kind of sexy, you know what I mean? Special interaction, first aid spray. At the beginning of each trial, several supply crates spawn. Each contains a first aid spray, kind of like Nemesis. When infected, a survivor can use the first aid spray on themselves or another, removing the infection. That's cool that they can use it on another. First aid spray has a set number of charges. Okay, cool. So it can be used more than once. So far, so good, man. He definitely seems like a hands-on combat killer. Somebody who can get around and can certainly anti-loop. I'm just wondering how high his jumps and stuff like that can be, or leaps rather. So far on paper, looking really cool. Kind of mean. He's also got an insta-down, technically, if he can set it up. I don't know, man. Kind of cool. Map pressure? Don't really see any. Will there be zombies? Who knows? All right, let's get into Rebecca Chambers and Ada Wong. The only things that have been revealed about these so far is their story, which you can read anywhere, so I'm not going to share that here. And we also have their perk names. We don't actually have what they do just yet, but we will, and I'll share that when we do. Ada Wong's perks are Wire Trap, Reactive Healing, that's cool to have another healing, and Low Profile, okay? Rebecca Chambers' new perks are called Better Than New, Reassurance, and Hyper Focus. Now, there is a brief description on both. We'll go through Ada's first. Her perks allow her to spy on the killer, gain a surge of healing when her allies are hurt, and leave no trace when the final survivor. So that's kind of sexy. And Rebecca's description of her perks are, they allow her to give her teammates speed boosts, give temporary relief to struggling allies, and complete skill checks at increased speeds. Yes, we definitely want to touch on gen speed right now. Goodin'. But anyway, guys, that's all the information I have right now on the Resident Evil Project W chapter. It is indeed Wesker, and we're getting Rebecca and Ada as well. I don't know a lot about these characters. I haven't played the games that they are in. Well, actually, no, I've played Zero, haven't I? Rebecca. Good old Dilly. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and hopefully you weren't spoiled because I did give enough warning. I blurred out the thumbnail so people don't know what's really going on, even though pretty much 98% of this community got that it was Wesker straight away. But here we go. Confirmation, I guess. Anyway, guys, if you like this content and you want to stay up to date with anything Project W or Dead by Daylight or other things, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and make sure you give us a like. Help us with that YouTube algorithm. It really does help. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.